Guards, strip this woman naked. I want to see clearly if she has 3 extra or 6 arms. Daring to challenge me, Zhang Tong.
Fine. I'll also take this chance to see if you, the head governor of Beijing, are truly worthy of your reputation or just fame.
Viking Rice Restaurant.
Let go of me.
Yao Yuan, subordinate of Zhongtong.
Let go of you? You called the police, causing me to lose out on protection fees. I was just wondering how to deal with you. Shove her face into the iron wok. Ruin her face. Scram. Such a beautiful face. If you ruin it for me, I'll take your life. If Brother Yao likes her, I'll go book a room, and then you can take care of her. How about that? You really are the tapeworm in my stomach. Why are you still standing there stunned? Hurry up and go book a room for me. Today your father also want to taste this student girl's flavor. All right. Little sister. Tonight this big brother will give you a good time.
Let her go.
Auntie, are you here to provoke me?
Leave Han Xiaoji here. I can let you and your dogs leave without a scratch.
You old woman selling pancakes. Dare to provoke me? How so? Do you think you can defeat me?
I didn't intend to fight you.
Giving up so quickly? That's true. In the entire Viking, who doesn't know the great name of Yao Yuan?
Yao Yuan hasn't heard of it.
You don't even know my name. Yet you dare to set up a stall here. Today I'll let you taste my power.
So the person who has been obstructing my stall every day is you. In that case, fine. I'll deal with you all at once.
I didn't expect you, old aunt, to know some martial arts. So what? I have already sent a message to the Vikings, Master Zhang. He will arrive immediately.
Zhongtong, governor of Viking.
Master Zhang, you arrived just in time. This woman, she is just a pancake vendor outside the school gate. Not only did she refuse to pay protection fees and injure our men, she even dared to call you by your great name. In the territory of my Viking, there is no such person. And she's actually a woman. Why did you hit my men? Is she really so tender?
Jiang Tong, if you dare touch her again, I will make sure you die without a burial place.
Attack her. Do you believe I will summon General Biming here? And in front of him, you will have to kneel down and beg for mercy.
Fine. Call him. As long as he comes, however you wish to punish me is acceptable.
I'll find you for a drink. It's a pity someone as lowly as you. You won't have the chance to meet General Biming. General Biming is busy with countless affairs every day. He is reporting to the Dragon Nation God of War over there. Take her away. Master Zhang, this woman is imitating you. She also claims to be acquainted with General Biming.
Beijing Rice Restaurant. Come over now.
Wretched woman. You a pancake vendor. How did you really have General Biming's phone number? If she really had General Biming's phone number, then I even have the phone number of the Dragon Nations War God. Greetings, General Biming.
The film
General,
was translated
this woman is
and
audacious beyond
narrated
belief.
by M Media.
Not only do you dare gossip behind your back, she also pretends to know you.
John Ton. I heard you've been telling everyone outside that you and I are brothers.
This lowly one dares not. It was all just gossip by others. If your excellency needs the subordinate by your side to lend you a hand, this lowly one would be greatly honored.
You still dare to harbor such delusions?
This lowly one dares not. This lowly one dares not. Your Excellency, Master Zhang merely admires your prestigious reputation too much. That's why he mentioned it. It's all this woman's fault. She is the one who truly looks down on you. She just claimed.
Truly a good disciple taught by John Ton. People speak clearly. Dogs interrupt.
I borrowed it. I misspoke.
You use my reputation to swagger and deceive others outside. You must be punished.
Your Excellency, please spare me this one time. I will never dare to do it again. I will never dare to do it again, Your Excellency. I will never dare to do it again.
I let the child suffer. Take her back.
Han family.
Aunt Jo, this is my home.
Where did you run off to?
Dad. Aunt Jo brought me home today.
Han Dachuan, father of Han Xiaoyu.
Shaolin.
You two know each other? That's wonderful. Aunt Jo is especially kind. It was her who saved me today and brought me back.
Shaolin. You cheap woman. How dare you show your face here again?
Han Dachuan, you were the one who snatched the child away back then. All these years of child support. I paid the full amount. Why shouldn't I show my face here?
Nonsense. I haven't seen a single penny. I heard that ever since you came back you've been making pancakes. And yet you dress so respectably. What money do you have to pay child support? Now scram.
You dare tell me to scram?
Why wouldn't I dare? You a pancake vendor. Don't tell me you expect me to escort you out. You won't leave? If you don't leave, I'll have Zhao Yu drag you out. Han Zhao Yu.
Master Zhang has a guest. Do not enter.
Two watchdogs, trying to block my way too.
Who are you calling a dog?
I don't want to shout and kill in front of my daughter. If you behave, then get out of my way.
What if I refuse?
Refuse.
Today Master Zhang will properly teach you a lesson.
Stop. Beast.
Vile woman. You ruined my plans again. Guards. You had a path to heaven but chose not to take it, and barged into the gates of hell. Since you actively delivered yourself to my doorstep, don't blame me for being impolite.
How? Governor Jiang, do you think you can get tough today?
Whether I can get tough or not, you two mother and daughter later will find out. Let me strike first.
This slap is for my daughter.
You vile woman. I have been in Thailand for so many years. There is nothing I want that I haven't obtained. You are no exception.
A person like you, actually becoming the governor of Beijing. No wonder the public security in Beijing gets worse year after year.
Guards. Strip this woman naked. I want to see clearly if she has 3 extra or 6 arms. Daring to challenge me, Zhang Tong. It seems you still have some skills, but you probably don't know. I, Zhang Tong, was able to become the governor of Baiking by relying on fighting my way up blade by blade, wound by wound. Dealing with just one woman like you is more than enough.
Governor of Beijing. If all governor bully people like this, Then this position of governor is not worth holding or just famous for nothing. Governor of Beijing. Your strength is nothing special. Go.
You vile woman, you just wait for me. Yao Yuan. You don't need to come to work tomorrow. Also regarding my 500,000. Bring it to me within 1 month. Otherwise I will make you pay.
The war god. The banquet location has been decided. Should your subordinate escort you and the eldest lady to the banquet?
No need. I want to give Xiaoju a surprise.
As you command.
Xiaoju, tomorrow is your birthday. You have suffered so much humiliation. I will definitely help you get all of it back.
Banquet hall.
Good health.
Why did you bring me here? This doesn't look like a place we can enter.
Today is our Xiaoju's birthday. Mommy is preparing to celebrate your birthday here.
You didn't get it wrong, did you? I'm afraid we will be chased out by security.
Don't worry, look.
Isn't this the pancake seller? Old hag. Today is Commander Zheng's conferment ceremony. Hurry up and take this little beast of yours. Get lost and go back where you came from. Truly shameless. You old hag. How did you sneak in here?
What? If people like you can enter, why can't we?
Brother Yao, this poor woman came to cause trouble at the war god's banquet. This is disgracing us Viking people. This banquet was organized by the Dragon Nation War God, specifically for the newly appointed Tianlin Commander's conferment ceremony. Our Master Zhang is also among the invited guests. But you, with those amateur skills, what title did the war god confer upon you? Tell us, so we can have a good laugh. Little cutie, our Master Zhang, actually has the war god's invitation letter. What about you? If you and your poor pancake-selling mother don't want to be thrown out, you better quickly and obediently come over to Master Jiang's side, little brat. Master Zhang came today, specifically to ask the Dragon Nation War God to help him vent his anger, to deal with your whole family. Why are you still hesitating? Right, and your father who acts like a bootlicker, just 2 days ago was kneeling before our Master Zhang, begging our Master Zhang, saying he must catch your mother, to vent his anger on her. If you were thinking of your mother, then come with me. I can still put in a good word for you.
Where are you going?
They are all influential figures in Viking. The war god will definitely believe what they say. My mother and father, I don't want to. Let them publicly mock you.
Master Biming has arrived.
Miss Zhou, I'm late. We invite you and your esteemed daughter to sit at the main seats.
This woman is neither rich nor powerful. To Master Biming, why is she treated with such favor? Great General Biming. But he is under the war god of Dragon Nation, his most capable and trusted subordinate, whom everyone fears and respects. Why is he treating this woman with such deference? I don't know what kind of incredible luck this mother and daughter duo had. Great General Biming, whom everyone reveres, is actually being so kind to them.
Heavens! This mother and daughter were actually personally escorted to the table by Great General Biming, and it's the main seat.
If you ask me, there must be some misunderstanding here. This old woman must have been putting on airs and deceiving people, impersonating some celebrity's identity. She deceived the general. Master Zhang will arrive shortly. I must make sure he properly reminds the great general.
General, a battle report has arrived from the eastern border. I need to go handle it.
The film was translated and narrated by M Media.
What's wrong, Xiaoju?
Why is Great General Biming so polite to you?
Because your mother and the general are very close.
I don't believe it. If the general is very familiar with you, why didn't he find you? A good job. And instead let you run a business selling pancakes?
See that? Even your own brat doesn't believe your nonsense. I have already inquired. The Zhou family of Dongkeng didn't come today. You must have impersonated the identity of Miss Zhou of Dongkeng. Exactly. A woman who sells pancakes. Being able to attend General Baiming's banquet. Everyone present, anyone with a brain knows that you are just here to make pancakes for everyone to eat, aren't you? Auntie. At this banquet of the war god of Dragon Nation, if you can publicly make hundreds of pancakes, forget great General Baiming. Even the war god of Dragon Nation would have to look highly upon you. Maybe the general can even reward you with a new pancake cart, so this brat can follow in her mother's footsteps and make pancakes with you.
Daughter. Don't worry, mommy will definitely make them. Apologize to you publicly.
I'm not a child anymore. Stop fooling me. Every single one of them is either rich or noble. How could they possibly apologize to me?
Trust mommy. Mommy can definitely make it happen.
I know you want to compensate me. But, Great General Baiming and the War God of Dragon Nation, what kind of people are they? Stop fooling me.
That's right. The war god of Dragon Nation is a top-tier figure throughout the entire Dragon Nation. If it weren't for the commander needing to host the banquet in Tianlin, the war god of Dragon Nation would not have condescended to come to a place like Tianlin to host the banquet. That's what Master Zhang said. Master Zhang speaks so well. Isn't this that little girl from the Han family? And the mother who sells pancakes? How is it that, after dressing up nicely, they ran here to beg for food? And they even sat at the main table of the Dragon Nation God of War.
It was General Baiming who allowed us to sit here.
Talk nonsense. The War God of Dragon Nation's conferment ceremony. Every single person who attends has been personally invited by the War God of Dragon Nation. Where are your invitations? Take them out and let everyone see. Security. Hello. Please show your invitation. Didn't expect that, did you? Just because you dressed up nicely, you thought you could sneak in and that would be it? They require an invitation. Seriously. If you can't afford to raise a child, you come to my War God's banquet to beg for food? Why don't you look in the mirror? The War God of Dragon Nation's banquet. Is it a place that you, a poor woman who sells pancakes, can crash?
Isn't it just an invitation?
The invitations sent out are not just casually printed. They were personally issued by the War God of Dragon Nation. Not only is the quantity limited, but they also have anti-counterfeiting codes. The people who come here are either rich or powerful. It's not something people like you who sell pancakes can possibly imagine.
This Beaming is quite meticulous in his work.
Who are you? How dare you directly call out the great General Baiming's honored title? General Baiming is the host of this banquet.
If he has an honored title, then people will call him by it. If you have an objection, you can go complain to him.
You have immense nerve. General Baiming's honored title is not something you can casually shout out, and you even dare to order him around. I fear that once General Baiming arrives, he will throw you out. Throw you out of all of Tianlin.
We cannot afford to offend the Great General Baiming. We should leave quickly.
Just as I said. Who would give an invitation to someone who sells pancakes? Why don't you lift your dog eyes and look clearly? What kind of venue is this? Security, drag them away. Security, security, I just received a notice. Miss Zhou and her daughter do not require an invitation. Who gave the notice? General Baiming. Impossible. How could General Baiming possibly open the back door for someone who sells pancakes? What is their relationship? I was at the school gate, and I saw her setting up her stall for so long. What kind of person she is, I know perfectly well. Even if she reincarnated 10 times, she still wouldn't be worthy of General Baiming, a person of that caliber. Master Zhang, I think she must have bribed the security guard. Then I understand. General Baiming must have been fooled by her. If security won't act, I will.
Zhang Ziki, commander of Tianlin.
Commander, there are 2 stinking women causing trouble at your award banquet. I want to see exactly who it is causing trouble at my investiture banquet.
That is the protagonist of today's investiture banquet. Zhang Ziki, commander of Tianlin.
He is the one in the Tianlin realm who holds the greatest power and influence. No wonder the war god of Dragon Nation will lead the great general of Biming to personally confer the award upon him.
These two women are truly doomed. They actually muddle-headedly offended Commander Zhang. Forget setting up a stall. If they stay in Tianlin, even begging will be difficult for them.
It's their own fault that the two of them didn't know the immensity of heaven and earth and actually came to the war god of Dragon Nation's banquet. Serves them right.
Let's just wait and watch the show.
The war god of Dragon Nation this time condescended to hold this investiture banquet for me. It is not for the likes of you these unauthorized individuals to come and disturb the order.
How did I, a woman with a child, disturb the order?
You vile woman. This kind of banquet is attended only by those who have military merits and influential figures from various circles. May I ask what merits the two of you possess? Which influential figures are you?
It seems this newly appointed Commander Zheng Ziqi of Tianlin is actually so arrogant. The war god of Dragon Nation truly misjudged him.
The war god of Dragon Nation is also someone you dare to casually discuss. Guards, take this woman and tie her up for me. I shall, on behalf of the war god, give a good lesson to this kind of lawless inferior person.
No, don't arrest her.
Zhaoju, are you really worried about Mummy?
The film was translated
Offending the war
and
god of Dragon
narrated
Nation
by
will not end well
Media.
for anyone. I just don't want to see a scene like this happen.
This is my war god's award banquet, not the set of an 8 o'clock drama. Guards, why haven't you chased them away? If they happen to provoke the war god, not a single person here can bear the consequences. What you said is true. This woman has no status or title. She is just a poor woman who sells pancakes. What? Someone who sells pancakes also managed to sneak into the war god of Dragon Nation's banquet. She must truly be tired of living.
I don't blame her either. The war god of Dragon Nation, condescending to hold a grand event in Tianlin. Which person present wouldn't want to catch a glimpse of the esteemed presence of the war god of Dragon Nation?
Right, the war god's whereabouts are mysterious. This time, those who are qualified to be at the banquet and catch a glimpse of the war god's splendor have cultivated this blessing over several lifetimes. They are either rich or noble. For her, a low-class person, to actually compete with us for this opportunity is truly shameless.
Commander Zhang, may I trouble you? Get this mother and daughter out quickly, lest they ruin the floor of such a high-class banquet hall.
A poor woman who sells pancakes can actually sneak into such a high-end venue. It seems that I, as the Tianlin official, must bear this responsibility. Drag them away. What? It seems you are deliberately trying to cause trouble at my investiture banquet.
Zheng Ziqi, the one causing trouble at the investiture banquet. I'm afraid it's not me, is it?
Stop talking nonsense. You dare hit my guard from the Tianlin command. If I don't punish you for your crime, my brothers won't be convinced. Therefore, you had best right now obediently kneel down, kowtow, and admit your mistake. Beg me and my brothers to forgive you. Otherwise
What?
you dare provoke me? Do you believe me or not? I will now give Great General Biming a phone call and have him send people to haul you away and then punish you for your crime.
Why wouldn't I dare? Call him right now. I'll wait right here. I'd like to see this great General Beaming, how he plans to punish me.
Fine. General, it's like this. There's a woman at the banquet who brought a child and caused trouble. She must have impersonated a distinguished guest to sneak in. I request, General, that I handle them. What? Yes. As you command, I will certainly relay the message.
What is it, Commander? Expression. How does it look?
Commander, did the great general perhaps think we didn't quickly enough remove this pancake-selling woman and her brat? Is he angry? It's all my fault. If I had gotten rid of them sooner, there wouldn't have been any trouble. I'll drag them away right now. Stinking bitch. Hurry up and take your little brat. And scram. Idiot. Commander, why are you hitting me? Commander, the brothers meant well. If you think this, shut up. Great General Biming said. Miss Zhou and the Han family's daughter are guests of the war god of Dragon Nation. A little beggar. What kind of distinguished daughter is she? Has Great General Biming gone mad? Ignorant fool, you, idiot. You dare publicly insult Great General Biming? Are you trying to get me killed? Commander, I didn't do it on purpose. I just couldn't believe that someone selling pancakes at a street stall is actually a guest of the war god of Dragon Nation, when clearly we are the distinguished guests of the war god of Dragon Nation. If I allow fools like you to attend the banquet, I will truly be dragged down and ruined by you. Commander, I absolutely will not drag you down. Whatever you want me to do, I will do it. I absolutely won't talk nonsense. All right, good. Then you now, in front of everyone, apologize to Miss Zhou. Say loudly that what you just said insulting General Biming was just a slip of the tongue. Please, Miss Zhou, forgive me. We absolutely cannot let General Biming know. Commander, you want me, a Viking governor, to go apologize to a pancake seller? I apologize.
You said the Zhang commander's family just now made things difficult for that mother and daughter pair. If General Biming were to tell the war god?
No way. The war god hates subordinates who abuse their power the most. Not to mention, someone in the position of Tianlin commander. It seems, once belonged to, Zhang Tong must be forced to apologize to Miss Zhou. Otherwise, the Tianlin commander will likely struggle to keep this position. Miss Zhou, I didn't know that you were such a distinguished guest today. I offended you. Please forgive me.
Is the one you offended merely me alone?
Who else?
Commander Zheng. It seems this Master Jiang under you indeed has a poor memory. But you should know who else it is, right?
Idiot. Hurry up and apologize to the Han family's daughter. What? I have to apologize to a little brat?
Although my daughter is young, she will not tolerate your offense. Jiang Tong, you kneel down and apologize to me. Such sincerity is the only way I will accept.
Jolin, you are gloating over your
The film was
success.
translated
Commander
and
Zheng.
narrated by M. Media.
It seems Master Jiang under you is not very satisfied with your arrangement. Why don't you come yourself?
You idiot. Do you really want me to kneel down to them? If you have this kind of thought, you can immediately get out of Thailand for me. Never dream of being a Viking governor again. Master Zhang, for your future, for the livelihood of our brothers, you should swallow your pride for a bit. Yao Yuan, have you no shame? It's not asking you to kneel, it's me who kneels, if I kneel, and can restore the commander's dignity, and restore our former status. Then I'm willing to sacrifice my dignity, without hesitation. Zhang Tong, did you hear that? Your subordinate is more sensible than you are. Young lady, I should not have offended you. Please forgive me, you and your mother. Please do not report this to General Biming.
Can I forgive him?
You are the most distinguished young guest at this entire banquet. If you say forgive, Mother will not pursue the matter with them.
I forgive you.
Thanks. Thank you, Miss Zhou. And the precious daughter's magnanimity. I hope that in the future, you can say a few good words for me, before War God.
Whether you speak favorably or not, depends on my daughter's mood. However, I hope Commander Zheng remember this lesson, and never again look down on others.
I know you wanted to stand up for us. But Commander Zheng, we cannot afford to offend him. He has already been punished. No, that's not it.
Zhao Jiu, you are truly very kind. Commander Zheng, since Xiaoju has already forgiven you, then I will not pursue the matter either. How so? Does Commander Zheng feel that the apology directed at his mother and daughter is very humiliating?
This humble one dares not disobey the decree of General Biming. Miss Zhou. Miss Han. Please take the seat of honor.
Truly worthy of the title of War God and General Bimings. They have status. If anyone manages to connect with them, they can turn from a wild pheasant into a phoenix. Look at that. Even someone like Commander Zheng has to be subservient and humble. How imposing.
I know Commander Zheng well. He definitely won't let the matter rest. If you don't believe me, let's wait and see. That damned woman. She actually has the nerve, others, to call her own little brat precious daughter. Yes. Zuo Linghai and Zuo Lingbai, quickly bring people here. All right. Miss Zhou. I heard that this time, after the bestowal ceremony concludes, the War God of Dragon Nation will also hold a recognition ceremony to welcome the daughter she painstakingly managed to find and bring back. I would like to ask Miss Zhou, you and your daughter, a valuable gift has been prepared for the War God's precious daughter.
Commander Zheng's move is truly ruthless. This woman's surname Zhou. Even if she benefits from the prestige of the War God of Dragon Nation, she still cannot change her humble status.
What's even more ridiculous is that General Biming just now called her daughter precious daughter, yet she was so thick-skinned, without the slightest bit of embarrassment.
A girl whose mother sells pancakes? How can she possibly compare to the daughter of the War God of Dragon Nation? Of course not.
Miss Zhou, I don't know why General Biming was charmed by you, but I want you to remember this clearly. You and your daughter will forever be unable to be recognized by this circle. Don't think that just because you attended the banquet, you can fly onto a branch and become a phoenix.
Commander Zheng is struggling to survive. Yet you still has quite a few things to worry about.
What do you mean? My commander Tianlin was not conferred by the War God. The War God this time came specifically to confer the title upon me. Open your dog eyes and look clearly. This is the noble War God's chair. Wherever the War God goes, this chair follows. Today's banquet was prepared by the War God specifically for me. She will sit on this chair shortly to confer the title upon me.
The chair is truly beautiful. May I sit on it?
Of course you can.
Get lost. Only the War God can sit in this chair. You bottom-level poor wretches. If you dare approach it by half a step, I will cut you down.
What if I not only approach it, but also have my daughter sit on it?
What nonsense are you talking about?
If my daughter does not sit in this chair, I fear Commander Zheng's conferment ceremony will not be held successfully.
She's crazy. Zhou Lin, what kind of nonsense are you spouting?
I heard that Commander Zheng, for this conferment ceremony, spent a fortune buying dozens of invitations, just so acquaintances could witness the War God conferring the title upon him. Is this true?
I knelt before General Biming for half a day, begging him to ask the War God for mercy. Only then did I secure a dozen spots. I have never told anyone about this matter. How did she, a pancake seller, publicly find out? Who exactly are you?
What if I told you I'm the War God? Would you dare believe it?
You are talking nonsense. You Zhou woman. Impersonating the War God is a capital offense. When that time comes, even General Biming won't be able to protect you. Do you believe that I can now execute you on behalf of the War God?
Zuo Linghe, Special Envoy. Zuo Lingbai, Special Envoy.
Zhang Tong, commander of Biking, greets the Zuo Linghai and Zuo Lingbai. We were ordered by the War God to serve as special envoys, specifically to deal with the person impersonating the War God. It is this woman.
All matters concerning the war god are handled by General Beaming, who is appointed as the special envoy. When were you appointed?
The war god said, the general is busy setting up the divine banquet, and specially dispatched the two of us to relieve the war god of his worries. Audacious. Where are you from? How dare you approach the war god? Now scram. That's right. This chair. Only the war god is qualified to sit in it. Everyone else doesn't even have the right to touch it.
You dare touch my daughter. You are courting death.
If we touch her, we touch her. How dare you touch the war god's chair? That's enough for you to die 100 times over.
Then we shall see
The film
if
was
you have the ability.
translated and narrated by Media.
Jolin, you are too arrogant. Let me enlighten you about the Zuo Ling Hai and Zuo Ling Bai, exactly what kind of people they are, so that you may die knowing the truth.
It seems you know more clearly than I do.
You. It doesn't matter if you look down on me. But how could a poor woman running a stall like you possibly know about the war god's subordinates? The power of the Zuo Ling Hai and Zuo Ling Bai, how fierce they are. That's right. The two Zuo Ling Hai and Zuo Ling Bai, in Dragon Nation they are top-tier experts. Don't you think that? Just because you know a few amateur tricks, you can speak wildly. In front of these two lords, did you hear what they said? This chair. Only the war god is qualified to sit in it. No matter who dares to touch this chair, I have the right to arrest them.
You said only the war god is worthy of sitting in this chair. In that case, if I'm the war god, then my daughter can sit here, right?
Jolin, are you out of your mind?
Zheng Ziki, I speak to you on behalf of the war god of Dragon Nation. That person today will not sit in this chair to confer honors upon you.
What qualifications do you have to say such a thing? Does a war god have to listen to you? Audacious. Commander Zheng reported correctly. You are indeed reckless and lawless. In broad daylight, you actually let your daughter sit in the war god's chair.
As expected of Dragon Nations, top 3 internal energy experts. Before we only heard their names, but never saw them. Today, we finally get to feast our eyes on them.
Nonsense. The experts under the war god. Which one is not famous far and wide? And whose combat power isn't astonishing?
With just these petty tricks, you dare arrest someone at the war god's banquet.
Petty tricks. The Zuo Ling Hai and Zuo Ling Bai are currently Dragon Nation's top-tier experts. Besides the Dragon Nation war god and Beiming general, no one can defeat them.
What you said is correct. Even if they defeat everyone in the entire Dragon Nation, cannot defeat me either.
Jolin, what nonsense are you talking about? Do you really believe you are the war god of Dragon Nation?
If I say I'm the war god, what can you do?
Jolin, seeing that you are about to suffer great misfortune, I advise you should just surrender obediently. Stop making a fool of yourself here. You a war god?
Stop talking. You dare impersonate the war god of Dragon Nation? I'm afraid if you anger him, you'll be taken away.
If smashing a few dishes is considered being a master, then Ao Xiaojiu can also be considered a master in the Dragon Nation, right?
What do you mean, Jolin? In front of the Zuo Ling Hai and Zuo Ling Bai, what nonsense are you spouting?
I remember when Ao Xiaojiu was 3 years old, she once threw a tantrum and knocked the dishes on the table onto the floor. Compared to their methods just now, it's not much worse, is it?
Jolin, you compare the Zuo Ling to a 3-year-old child. I think you truly have a death wish. Lord Zuo Ling, you must teach her a good lesson.
This is too terrifying.
I only knew the Zuo Ling Bai had strong internal energy, but knowing the Zuo Ling Hai is even better. Esteemed Zuo Ling, the abilities of you two are known throughout the entire nation. That Zhou Lin deliberately came here too. Challenge your authority. Zhou Lin. Seeing that you are just a woman, who also has a child, I don't want to use force against you. You should obediently come with us.
I'm right here. If you have the guts, come over. How is it that my amateur skills can still shake you?
Big brother, send her on her way.
Rather, I wish your big brother a safe journey.
Seeking death.
Today is my daughter's birthday. I don't want anyone to die. This small injury serves as a lesson for you.
Oh my god! She actually defeated the Zuo Ling He and Zuo Ling Bai.
That's unbelievable. Zhou Lin's strength is terrifying. She truly hides her abilities well. This is impossible. The strength of the Zuo Ling Hai and Zuo Ling Bai in the Dragon Nation is second only to the War God and General Baiming. How could she, a poor woman who runs a stall, easily defeat them? Furthermore, she even dared to provoke the War God. Zhou Lin. Who exactly are you?
I told you, but you wouldn't believe me.
Zhou Lin. Don't think that you defeated the Zuo Ling Hai and Zuo Ling Bai, and you dare to fly the banner of a war god, running around causing trouble everywhere. I have already sent people to investigate you. You are nothing more than a woman with no background, divorced, who has been setting up a stall outside the middle school entrance. Zhou Lin. If you are the war god, I will kneel before you and count out 10 times loudly.
Fine. Everyone is a witness. When that time comes, you must fulfill your promise.
Zhou Lin, don't get ahead of yourself. At the war god's banquet, you injured the Zuo Ling Hai and Zuo Ling Bai. When the war god arrives, he will be furious. And when punishment descends, you will be in deep trouble.
They falsely transmitted the war god's command. I myself deserve 10,000 deaths.
We were wrong. Someone notified the war god and arranged for us to come here to make arrests.
Who is it? Speak up. I will spare your life.
Speak. Who falsely transmitted the war god's order and sent you here? It was Zuo Ling. Guards, quickly save him. Zhou Lin. You killed the Zuo Ling Bai. The war god will not let you off. Zhou Lin. You truly are a jinx. If the war god comes looking for trouble because of you, please absolutely do not say you know us. No way. You women are in huge trouble. When the war god arrives, he will surely tear you into 10,000 pieces.
Will they really take you away?
Zhaojia, Mommy is sorry for making you have a birthday filled with fear and anxiety. Mommy promises, next time, I will prepare for you a birthday banquet even more luxurious than this one, to make up for it.
Zhou Lin, you disregard the war god. And in broad daylight, cause the Zuo Ling Hai and Zuo Ling Bai, one to die and one to be injured.
Zheng Ziki, I only caused him a minor injury. You went over and asked a question, and the person died. And you still want to frame me?
Everyone saw it. This woman murdered the war god's subordinate. When the war god descends, everyone must help me report this to the war god. She must be severely punished.
Good. Very good. Zheng Ziki, I just saw that while you were asking questions behind Yuling Bai, you were circulating energy. Tell me, what secret did the Yuling Bai have that he couldn't reveal and thus had to die?
What energy was I circulating? I was saving him.
Everyone present, Jiang Tong and the others, are not qualified to speak to high-ranking officials. The only ones qualified are Beaming General and Zheng Ziki. Beaming General has always been absent. Only Zuo Lingai and Zuo Ling Bai If it wasn't you, Zhang Ziki, who notified them, then who else?
You vile woman. You are slandering me.
Very well, Commander Zheng. You were just standing aside, making a phone call on your mobile phone. Do you dare tell everyone who you called?
I merely instructed someone to investigate you, Zhou Lin, regarding your background.
Besides that, did you instruct someone, in the name of our war god, to order this Wolingai and Xiaolingbai to come and make arrests?
I did not.
Good. Take out your phone. Let's look at your call history.
Zhou Lin, I'm telling you. Don't push your luck too far.
The authorization ceremony has been cancelled. How long do you think you can remain commander?
You poor woman who runs a stall. What right do you have to look at my Tianlin commander's mobile phone? What right do you have to say I won't be the Tianlin commander for long? General Biming has arrived. Great General, it is her. Zhou Lin killed the Zuo Ling Bai and severely injured the Zuo Ling Hai. We beg you, Lord, to punish her for her crimes. Yes, Great General, before you even arrived, that woman disrupted the banquet. You must punish her for her crimes.
Who are you?
I, Zhang Tong.
Zhang Ziki. How can you still have such disreputable relatives?
Great General, it is absolutely true. She truly is as Commander Zhang said.
I just received a report that you have been continuously humiliating Miss Zhou and her daughter here.
Great General, Zhou Lin is a distinguished guest, but she committed murder at the banquet. Now this has severely affected the order of the awards banquet. As the Tianlin commander, I request, Lord, that I expel her. I hope, Lord, that you can successfully preside over the awards banquet.
Zhang Ziki. You don't need to bother.
Work for the general and relieve the war god's worries is my Zhang Ziki's honor.
I just received the war god's order. The award ceremony is suspended.
What? General, what exactly is going on? Didn't we agree the award ceremony would be today? With so many people watching now, I'm going to lose face.
You can only blame yourself for this. You offended the war god. And you still want authorization?
But, I'm the Tianlin commander, personally appointed by the war god.
Zhang Ziki. You rely on the fact that you are the Tianlin commander, acting tyrannically at this inauguration banquet. Utterly outrageous. Are you even worthy of the war god's conferment ceremony?
It's all because of you two troublemakers. Stirring up trouble here, otherwise I wouldn't have. Just to vent your anger. Offended the war god.
Also, Zhang Ziki. Since you haven't been conferred yet, nor have you taken office, you are already thinking of seizing my authority. Do you think I'm the war god's kin?
Zhang Ziki, I cannot bear such criticism from everyone. I fear there might be some misunderstanding here.
A misunderstanding? Who gave you the audacity? Dare to be here, bully Miss Zhou and her daughter.
Miss Zhou. She is nothing more than a woman who sells pancakes.
You have immense nerve. How dare you question what I said?
I wouldn't dare. How dare a humble person like me question the general's decision?
Hurry up and apologize to Miss Zhou.
General. After all, I'm the head official of a city. You want me in front of so many people to apologize? I will go.
Zhang Ziki. You might not have understood yet. My asking you to apologize is saving you.
What? Saving me?
The war god has many eyes and ears. They have already reported the situation here to the war god.
General, don't listen to this woman's nonsense. Everyone present here can personally witness that she killed Zuo Ling Bai and severely injured Zuo Ling Hai.
Zhang Ziki. I don't want to hear this. Someone at the scene has already reported the situation at the scene to me.
General.
Guards. Take his phone. Find the contact person. And then investigate clearly. I want to see who falsely transmitted the war god's command. Tio summon Zuo Ling He and Zuo Ling Bai.
General, no.
What else do you have to argue about? It was you who falsely transmitted the war god's order.
A woman who sells pancakes. What qualifications does she have to be equal to me? General, how many years have I groveled before you? Are not even worth a single word from that woman.
Utterly foolish. Do you not know who Miss Jo is?
Could it be that she is a war god? Could it be that that little brat is the daughter of a war god?
Strip off his clothes, tie up his hands and feet, and throw him onto the road.
Yes. Take him away.
General. General.
You have insulted the war god of Dragon Nation and the war god's daughter. Today, I shall immediately strip you of the title of Tianlin Commander and declare you a commoner.
What? I didn't. Towards the war god and the war god's daughter, I only have respect. How dare I insult them? Was it Jo Lin, that shameless woman? Was she spouting nonsense to you?
Blind fool. Miss Jo is the war god. Han Xiaoyu is the war god's daughter. It is only that today, the war god did not wish to reveal her identity.
What? Miss Jo is the war god. Han Xiaoyu is the war god's daughter. The one who conferred the title upon me today was the Jo Lin. I was so confused. General, please intercede for me.
It's too late. If it weren't for today, the war god's daughter's birthday, I fear you wouldn't even keep your life.
I don't want to become a commoner. I struggled for most of my life, just to reach this point today. General,
if you had known this day would come, why did you act that way then? You have committed to many offenses. I cannot protect you. Take away.
This is so expensive. I'm afraid of getting it dirty. Let's just go down.
This is our car.
No. You rely on selling pancakes for a living. How can you afford something so expensive?
Young miss, you will know when we return home later. Miss Jo, we are now returning to the villa.
Why did General Biming speak to you like that? Who exactly are you? Are you still my mother?
No matter what my identity is, I'm still your mother. Mommy is taking you home. Let's go.
Our home is really in a villa?
That's right. Little princess.
This room is so beautiful. It truly is my heart's desire.
Not only this room. But also these beautiful clothes. And this entire house.
Translated
All
and
belong to the
narrated
two
by
of us,
M
mother and
Media.
daughter. From now on, Mommy will take you. And we will live together in this big villa, living happily. How about that?
Good. What beautiful clothes. I can choose any one of these when attending Grandma's birthday banquet.
Of course you can. My little princess.
Thank you.
War god, your wish has finally come true. Miss. And you are finally reunited with her.
You said my mother is the god of war.
This.
Zhao Jie. Mother is the war god of Dragon Nation. Do you believe it?
Just now at the banquet. I still couldn't believe it. But now I believe it.
My good daughter.
Mommy,
wishing the Grand Matriarch,
wishing the Grand Matriarch,
fortune as vast as the Eastern Sea,
fortune as vast as the Eastern Sea,
and longevity as high as the Southern Mountain.
and longevity as high as the Southern Mountain.
Thank you everyone for attending my birthday banquet. Please take your seats quickly. Please take your seats quickly. Zhaoxi, you haven't even entered our family yet you are busy organizing my birthday banquet. You truly worked hard.
Old Madam Han. You are too kind. You are Dashwan's mother. I'm happy to do this. It is all what I should do.
How am I worthy to have a daughter-in-law like you born into a prestigious family and so filial? Why don't you quickly call me mommy?
Old Madam Han. Have you forgotten? Dashwan has not divorced that woman yet.
I truly am getting senile. After I finish celebrating my birthday today, I will have Dachwan quickly divorce that shameless woman. Don't worry. I will handle this for you.
Darling, I stopped loving that woman long ago. Don't worry. She recently returned to Tianlin. I will immediately be able to process the divorce papers with her.
Of course I'm relieved. Now, but Yuhan Dashwan want the door of my giant corporation.
The film was translated
don't quickly
and narrated by
Draw a clear line with that woman, then stay out of my John family's door.
You vile woman, how dare you show your face here and return?
Grandma, Mommy came to celebrate your birthday with me.
I don't need this vile woman to come and annoy me, right? It just so happens that my new daughter-in-law is here. Jolin, why don't you quickly divorce my son?
What kind of unpardonable offense did I commit that you want your son to divorce me?
You should take a look at what you are. In what way are you worthy of my family?
How? When I first married Dashwan, he was just a low-level white-collar worker. A monthly salary of 3,000 yuans. You were just an old woman, downstairs collecting cardboard scraps. How can this be considered a perfect match? How come I don't know about it?
A woman who sells pancakes from a stall, coming to my mother's birthday banquet, and spouting nonsense?
Did I say I borrowed it? If I hadn't worked to support you through graduate school, would you have been able to enter the Jiang group as an assistant after graduation?
Nonsense. It was clearly my son, who worked while studying to support you. You are the one who dragged him down. It took him 3 years just to pass the exam.
So Han Dashwan told you that? As for our poor relationship, what did he say about that?
Does that even need to be said? It's clearly you, this poor woman, who is unworthy of our family. Our Dachwan lost all affection for you long ago, seeing how pitiful you are, and for Xiao Yu's sake, he only kept supporting you.
The truth is, Han Dashwan has always been spending my money while dating the Jiang family's heiress. Fall in love.
What? Grandma and them said that you were the one constantly outside with other uncles.
I knew Xiaoju wouldn't side with me, so it turns out you and your mother are the ones who have been spouting nonsense all along.
You vile woman! I was just about to look for you to sign the divorce agreement. I didn't expect you would deliver yourself right to my doorstep.
On your mother's joyous day, a divorce agreement. You truly have no shame about bringing bad luck.
Even if unlucky, it's not as unlucky as having you, the pancake-selling ex-wife here.
It seems you ultimately chose this heiress of the Jiang group.
How so? Poor woman. You couldn't hold on to your man's heart. So you come here to envy me?
Why would I envy you?
Envy me for what? Does that even need to be said? Setting everything else aside, just based on the fact that I can host. To hold such an event, magnificent birthday banquet for my future mother-in-law, inviting celebrities from all walks of life to celebrate her birthday. Can you do that?
Not bad. My daughter-in-law here has done all the work. Thank you for your hard work.
You...
How so? Did I say I borrowed it? We haven't signed the divorce agreement yet. Yet you are rushing to perform the duties of a daughter-in-law, the Jiang group's heiress, rushing to become a mistress. Isn't that truly rare?
You crazy woman? How dare you say that again? Who is the mistress? Let me tell you. Among the two of us, the one who isn't loved is the mistress, who Han Dashwan loves. You should let him say it himself. I don't care. I'm making you divorce her right now, and then tell her who you love the most.
Darling. Of course, the one I love the most is you. As for this woman, I already asked her to sign the divorce agreement. See? I had someone bring it along ready at any time. Pancake hag, look closely. It is Ihan Dachuan whose feelings for you have broken down, and I strongly demand a divorce, instead of bringing the child to cause trouble at my mother's birthday banquet. You should hurry up and sign this for me. Otherwise?
Otherwise what?
You surnamed Zhao, don't you forget. My uncle is the Tianlin commander. Throughout the entire Tianlin city. His word is law. If I tell him, you won't even have a place to stay in Tianlin city, let alone selling pancakes. No, don't bully my mommy. You little burden. Who told you to come out here and embarrass yourself? Now scram.
It's understandable if you have a problem with me. But what has Xiaoju done to you?
I've already made it clear to Han Dashuan. If he wants to marry into my family, he must get rid of this burden. He agreed to it himself.
That's fine. I support cutting TAs. I will raise this child. That's right. Zhengziki is your uncle, is he?
How so surprised? Are you scared? You were rude to me just now.
That's right. You a pancake seller. How would you know about the connections among the upper class?
Zhengziki is my uncle. I, Jiangxi, can walk sideways across all of Tianlin. If you don't want to sign the agreement, I'll force you to sign it.
I thought it was someone important. So it's just that good for nothing Zhengziki.
What? You dare call my uncle good for nothing? Are you tired of living?
That's right. I'm going to tell the commander right now.
Fine. Call him over right now. I'll wait for him here.
Uncle. This poor woman. She bullied me.
Where did this poor woman come from? Who dares touch my niece? You truly don't put me Zhengziki in your eyes.
Commander Zheng. We meet again.
Zhou Lin. Seeing my uncle. Still not kneeling?
Why should I kneel to him?
That's true. You a pancake seller. How could you possibly know the commander? He is the most noble person in Tianlin. Zhengziki, the commander of Tianlin.
Now you know, right? Zhou Lin. If you now kneel down and lick my feet. I can ask my uncle to forgive your transgression.
It seems, Commander Zheng, colluding with the Jiang Corporation. The influence in Tianlin these past years has been very bad, so those rumors I heard were all true.
No, that's not true. It's not what you imagine.
Uncle, why are you explaining things to her so politely?
It's all my fault. I failed to properly discipline my family. Please, were God forgive me. Do not punish me for my crimes.
What? She is the war god?
I must have misheard, Uncle. This woman, in all the years she's been married to me, she has always been a dirt poor woman, penniless. How could she possibly be a god? Did you mistake her for someone else?
That's right, Uncle. What exactly happened?
Zhengziki, it seems they still don't know what happened on the day of the investiture ceremony. You come and tell everyone.
I tell. Because I offended the war god. At the war god's investiture ceremony, I have already been stripped of the title of Tianlin Commander.
What?
You are no longer the commander of Tianlin?
This is impossible. Uncle, our Zheng group, throughout the entire Dragon Nation, is one of the best. War god! Even if the war god considered the status of the Jiang Corporation, she wouldn't dare strip you of your title.
Impossible. This woman, she just set up a scheme to deceive you. I heard that last time at the investiture ceremony. She even impersonated the war god and disrupted the investiture ceremony, and even fooled General Baiming.
Get lost, you idiot. Jiangxi. You fool. You had so many men to choose from, yet you chose a foolish pretty boy. Who the person next to you is, you don't even know.
Shaolin, what exactly did you do? How could someone as shrewd as Commander Zheng be fooled by you?
Uncle, wait. I will expose this woman's true face right now. Hello. This is Jiangxi. I'm demanding that you issue a commercial prohibition order against Zhou Lin, so that she, throughout the entire Tianlin region, cannot conduct business. Yes. No business can be done. Zhou Lin, today I will let you know the capabilities of me, Jiangxi. I want you throughout all of Tianlin to be unable to survive.
Zhengziki, your niece, this witness, is quite good. It is enough to prove that you are not only unworthy of becoming the head of Tianlin, but even the Jiang group is unworthy of existing in Tianlin.
Beast! You idiot! Why aren't you kneeling down for me yet?
Uncle. I was helping you vent your anger. Why are you hitting me?
Kneel! Kneel!
I won't.
You won't kneel. War God. The words she spoke certainly do not represent my intentions. Please absolutely do not vent your anger on me.
That is to say, the Jiang Group's decision to blacklist me has nothing to do with you.
Nothing to do with me. How you deal with Jiangxi and the Jiang Group. I will have no complaints.
Very well. Just now Jiang Zai insulted my daughter. I want her to apologize on her knees in front of my daughter, but you interrupted it. Tell me, how should this be handled?
War God. I understand your intention. Listen to me. For the sake of the Jiang Group, for your own sake, and for the sake of me, your uncle, you now have only one path. That is to immediately right now kneel down and count out to the War God's daughter to beg for forgiveness.
I won't. Why is she the war god? I don't believe it. I don't believe it.
Making you believe is not a difficult matter.
General Biming has arrived.
Greetings, War God.
Rise, you arrived just in time.
Isn't this General Biming? That woman you just knelt to is war god.
The film was translated
How dare you?
and narrated
How dare you
by
disrespect the
ME.
War God?
Jiang Zai, I already told you just now, you publicly insulted the war god's daughter. I demand that you kneel and apologize in front of my daughter.
Dream on, I tell you. Anyone here can be the war god, but you absolutely cannot be. You vile woman. Zhou Lin.
War God. Please forgive this wretched girl's nonsense. She offended the War God's daughter. It is only right that she receives this punishment.
Your niece is far too stubborn. She won't shed a tear until she sees the coffin. It seems I need to personally prove to her whether or not I'm the war god. Beaming, removed as Dragon Nation Trade Chairman of Jiangjishen, the Jiang Group. At the same time, all projects previously arranged for the Jiang Group. All projects. Pause those currently underway and directly cancel those that have not yet been initiated.
War God, in this way, the status of the Jiang Group will immediately plummet. Who should take the vacant position?
Let the Mr. Jiang of the Zhangjiang Group become Dragon Nation Trade Chairman. Hand all the projects over to him. He will handle it well.
I understand, War God. The subordinate will go handle it immediately.
You can even cancel my dad's position as the president of the Dragon Nation Chamber of Commerce.
Only I can do that in the entire Dragon Nation. If you don't believe me, you can call and ask your dad.
Jiangxi, you prodigal daughter. Did you offend the Dragon Nation God of War? You made me lose the chamber president position.
Dad, it's fine. We can't be the president of the Chamber of Commerce, but we still have the manpower and wealth. We still have...
Idiot. What the hell do you know? All the resources of our Zhang family are gone. For so many years we relied on the War God to achieve what we have today. What exactly did you say to the God of War? That was so treasonous. You and I must beg the God of War for forgiveness. Otherwise get out of the Zhang family. Take that brain-dead boyfriend of yours and get out together.
Dad?
Jiang Zai. Now you know who I'm right.
Wife! I just realized. Actually, I have always been fooled by this woman. In my heart, there has always been you and Zhao Yu. Mommy, quickly say if it's true.
Yes, Jolin, Dachuan. The person he truly loved all along was you, in my heart. Xiao Yu's mother. There has only ever been you. That so-called divorce agreement. Don't sign it deceitfully. I have made the decision.
Grandma, you didn't say that at first.
This wretched girl. Xiao Yu. This is adult business children don't understand.
Old woman, I worked so hard to organize this birthday banquet for you. And I didn't get a single benefit. And you side with that woman so quickly?
Mess John, you can't blame me for this. Look, your father and this uncle of yours both say you are stupid. If my son marries you in the future, then the child you bear will be as unintelligent as you. Then the lineage of my family, how can it be passed down?
That's right. Wife, come home with me. I guarantee I will treat you well.
Fine. Bring the divorce agreement. Sign this first.
Lin, look, when I had my birthday, you gave me such a huge gift. This shows that in your heart, and as a mother-in-law, then I will boldly use my old face to plead for my son. What divorce agreement? It's voided.
I'm sorry, but your old face really isn't useful anymore. I'm determined to get this divorce.
Wife, I admit that before. I treated you poorly.
Your poor treatment of me is secondary. You treated Zhaoju poorly. You owed gambling debts. You used Zhaoju as a scapegoat, causing her humiliation. You want to remarry. You used Zhaoju and Jiangzai to curry favor. You want to discard her. A person like you is fundamentally unfit to be a father. Naturally, you are also unfit to be my Jolin's husband.
Wife, it's all my fault.
The film was translated
It's all my
and
fault.
narrated by M Media.
I know I was wrong. I will not divorce you. It doesn't matter if you don't forgive me. I will use my entire life to earn your understanding of me.
Hand-1. I have already investigated. You have accumulated massive gambling debts over the years. This box of gold is enough for you to pay off all your debts, and then take your mother to live a good life. And while you're at it, marry another young and beautiful girl. If you divorce right now, all of this is yours.
Dutch Juan, since Jolin has agreed to divorce you, just go ahead and divorce.
Mommy! The wool comes from the sheep's back. As long as Jolin and I remain husband and wife, her assets and worth are worth far more than just one box of gold bars. Wife! Where are you getting all this from? We have been married for so many years. Our child is already over 10 years old. How can we just divorce like that?
Very well. You won't divorce, is that right? Bei Ming,
Your subordinate is here.
take people and remove this gold. It seems the child's father is a good man whose love is stronger than gold. However, I'll make it clear. If you divorce now, you still get the gold. If you don't divorce now, you get nothing.
Don't touch my gold. Don't touch my gold.
Jolin, you are so ruthless. I'll divorce. I'll divorce.
Bei Ming, drive the mother and son out of Chanlin and never let them return.
You, Jolin, let go.
What? Not satisfied with today's matter?
Jolin, don't think you're the war god. I can't do anything to you. Soon you won't be able to smile anymore.
What are you trying to say?
I forgot to tell you. A long time ago, I gave that tag-along child take a pill.
Pill. What pill?
I took advantage of the time that little tag-along child was staying with her father and gave her some pill. I didn't expect she'd still be fine.
Jiangzai. You are truly a vicious woman.
I'm vicious? I'm vicious? My Jane Corporation, nearly 50 years of foundation, was ruined by your hand in a single day. My uncle, decades old, only just climbed to the position of Tianling commander, destroyed by you in an instant. Am I vicious? I merely gave that little burden some poison. That's all. Am I vicious? Come on.
What poison did you use? Hand over the antidote.
Jolin? You're scared now, aren't you? Who says I can't contribute to the John Corporation? I want to watch a vile woman like you suffer retribution. Retribution?
As long as you hand over the antidote. I can.
Too late. I bought this poison from overseas. By the time you find the antidote, by the time domestic hospitals figure it out, that little burden, she will have long been dead. Retribution.
War God. How should we deal with this woman?
Let her go.
War God. She maliciously harmed the young miss. How can we let her go?
Even if we now beat her to death, it would be useless. The first priority is saving Xiaoju. Beaming, I'm going to Dragon Nation's #1 hospital to give Xiaoju a physical examination.
Yes.
Doctor, my daughter was fine this morning. What happened so suddenly?
War God, the young miss suffers from chronic poisoning. Fortunately, it was controlled today, but it is possible that today, someone administered it again and increased the dosage. If there is still no antidote, I fear she will remain in a coma.
Then why aren't you using it quickly? What are you waiting for?
Our hospital is already the best hospital in the entire nation, but we do not have this kind of reserve. However, rest assured, War God, I will certainly use all resources to try my best to find it.
Beaming,
Present.
pass down my order. Everyone mobilize. The antidote must be found within 3 days.
Understood.
Elder Gu. I'm Jolin. I heard that you, Elder, possess an antidote for exotic poisons. I specifically came to ask for your help.
You are Jolin?
Elder Gu, here are my daughter's medical records and photos. She has been afflicted by a potent poison and is already unconscious. I found out that
film was
only you in the
translated
entire Dragon
and
Nation have
narrated
developed
by
a special
Emilia.
antidote. That is why I came to you. I beg you.
This poison, my medicine can indeed cure. This medicine was developed by me exhausting my life's efforts and energy. Its purpose is to heal the sick and save lives, snatching lives back from the Grim Reaper. However,
How much money do you want? Name your price.
no need to name a price. I cannot give you this medicine.
Why? What do you want? I can give you anything. Please give me the antidote.
Someone kidnapped my grandson and told me to wait for you here. The purpose is for me to tell you personally. I cannot give you the antidote. If I give it to you, my grandson will lose his life.
Who is this person?
It is me.
Jiang Zai.
Everyone has arrived.
The tragic woman. I have done everything you asked. Give my grandson back to me.
Why are you rushing? If I give your grandson back to you, you turned your back and handed the pill to her.
You.
Wouldn't all my efforts be in vain?
Jolin, you humiliated me in public and reduced me to a commoner. Now I just want to see you wailing and crying out, having nowhere to turn for help. I also want you to know that you would have this day too.
All right. Bring Han-1 to the ward. Get the address from him as soon as possible. Jiang Zai. Han-1 knows Xiaoju is dying. He said that for his daughter, he will tell me where you are hiding the person.
Han-1. That traitorous, despicable man.
Jiang Zai, you are not married and childless. So you don't understand.
You surnamed Zhou. What do you mean by that?
Jiang Zai, a man like Han-1. If he can abandon me, he can abandon you too. Don't you think? He is your true love. What he values is nothing more than the money behind you and the power of the Jiang family. Love, compared to blood ties and family affection, will forever only rank second.
Fine. Jolin, I accept the loss of the bet. Do what you must. It's up to you.
All right, I understand. Elder Gu, your grandson has been found.
Miss Zhou, my grandson, has he really been rescued?
Right. I will take you there now. You need to see it with your own eyes to be reassured. I understand.
Jolin. You are not going to punish me?
You may leave.
This is not your style.
According to my previous style, I certainly wouldn't let you off easily. I would permanently confine you to ensure you can never be reborn for eternity.
Then why haven't you dealt with me? Could it be that you want to keep me? To slowly torture me?
After this incident, I also realized that even if I'm a god, some things cannot be taken to extremes. I must leave my own child a way out. Therefore, you may leave.
I told you so. I always use my formula. The medicine developed definitely has miraculous effects. As long as you keep taking it, you will surely recover.
Zhaoju, you really scared your mother badly.
Mommy, where is Dad?
He is outside. He doesn't have the face to see you.
Then tell him for me. That I forgive him. Can you forgive him too? The days ahead, I will spend them with you.
Okay. My good daughter.